Hello, hello! Welcome, trivia fans, one and all. Welcome to Triviamatic's Happy Hour. Today is May 3rd, and we will be starting our happy hour very shortly. A few things just setting up shop. If you have not been with us before, please, first of all, welcome. Please download the Triviamatic app on your phone so you can partake in the trivia. And I will be starting the Host Now option for today, May 3rd, once I find it. There's so many on here. May 3rd. If you are joining us again, thank you for coming back. We appreciate your loyalty and enthusiasm. All right, starting event setup. So if you have the app already, feel free to hit that happy hour button if you see it. If you don't have the happy hour button, feel free to pop in that code. It is 484731. And you should see History Mystery will come up on your page in order to start the game. A few things about how this will work. There are 4 rounds of 8 questions and a bonus question at the end, which has 5 parts. We run just about an hour. We're here every night on 8 p.m. I'm here on Saturdays and Sundays. Craig Reed, who is in the chat right now, hosts with us as well during the week. And yes, free to play, playing for pride, not prize. The quicker you answer, the more points you get, so make sure you get those answers in quick, but make sure they are correct. They will be multiple choice for most of the rounds. So let's get this show on the road, unless we have any questions. Also, in order to use the chat function, you need to have a YouTube login. So if you have a Gmail account, you already have a YouTube login. So just log in through Google, and you should be able to hop in on that chat. So if you have any questions for me, I'm here. If there's anything going on with the app, please let us know. We are beta testing right now, so if there's something like a typo or one of the answers are not to that question, feel free to let us know, just so we are improving every day. So let us know in the chat, and there is a bit of a delay between the chat and me, so make sure that if I don't see you and it's been a few seconds, I probably just haven't seen it, but if it's been a while, maybe say it again. But with that, let's start off the night. So we're starting with History Mystery. It is May 3rd, and here are 8 questions about historical events that have occurred on May 3rd, years gone by. So this is a multiple choice round, starting with question number 1. On this day in 1973, the Sears Tower became the world's tallest building until it was surpassed in 1998 by what Malaysian behemoth? Was that Taipei 101, Petronas Towers, Emirates Towers, or Burj Khalifa? I will repeat each question. It's also written in the app, so you can read it if you're more of a visual person. On this day in 1973, the Sears Tower became the world's tallest building until it was surpassed in 1998 by what Malaysian behemoth? Is it Taipei 101, Petronas Towers, Emirates Towers, or Burj Khalifa? It's also happy hour, so feel free to grab a beverage. Tonight I am drinking a Tahiti Club because I wish I was in Tahiti currently. Let me know what you're drinking in your little chat over there. All right, the answer to that is the Petronas Towers. The Sears Towers is now known as the Willis Tower. United Airlines is its largest occupant. Do their employees have to pay more for slightly less uncomfortable seats? Who knows? All right, and after each question, you get to see your your scores. So there we go. We are starting off strong. All right, question number 2. For reasons only known by higher powers and the Illuminati, the NFL chose what Ohio city as the site of the Pro Football Hall of Fame on this day in 1961? Again, for reasons only known by higher powers and the Illuminati, the NFL chose what Ohio city as the site of the Pro Football Hall of Fame on this day in 1961? Was it Canton, Akron, Cleveland, or Dayton? Once again, Canton, Akron, Cleveland, or Dayton. Again, feel free to hop on that chat. Make sure I know that I'm not talking to no one. Although I feel like we've all been doing that quite a lot recently. Talking to ourselves frequently. All right. On to the answer. Thank you, Triviamatic. Thank you for letting me know I'm live. I'm live and I'm alive. And I'm glad you guys are as well. All right, the answer is Canton. Canton. Actually, it's where the NFL was founded. They had a successful team at the time, and the community raised a bunch of money. Go Canton. Hi, Todd. Nice to see ya. Thank you. I even showered for you guys today. Very exciting. All right. Here are your scores. Very exciting. I see some return names, but also some new ones. Very exciting. All right. And Game Show Craig is here, obviously. You're in 9th, Craig, so far. All right. Question number 3. Happy birthday to Designer. That's 2 I's. His 2015 hit Panda made him the youngest person to reach the Hot 100's #1 until he was unseated by what 17-year-old's 2019 hit Bad Guy? Is it Zendaya, Camila Cabello, Lorde, or Billie Eilish? Once again, happy birthday to Designer. His 2015 hit Panda made him the youngest person to reach the Hot 100's #1 until he was unseated by what 17-year-old's 2019 hit Bad Guy? I do love that song. Zendaya, Camila Cabello, Lorde, or Billie Eilish. If any of you have been participating in the current fad of Animal Crossing on the Nintendo Switch, there is a wonderful parody on YouTube of the Bass Guy about catching sea bass. All right, the answer is Billie Eilish. Designer was just past his 18th birthday prior to Panda. The youngest was Lorde with Royals. I guess she must have been 16. Okie dokie. Moving on to question number 4. I almost said 5. Question number 4. This day in 1469 saw the birth of... Thank you for writing that down. Stritch Prist Skrizkrick. I've been calling them Kirk just for fun because it's just hard to say. But I'll get better. I'll get there. All right, sorry. On to question number 4. This day in 1469 saw the birth of Niccolo Machiavelli, author of what political philosophy work that John Gotti called the Mafia Bible? Once again, on this day in 1469 saw the birth of Niccolo Machiavelli, author of what political philosophy work that John Gotti called the Mafia Bible? Was that The Prince, The Art of War, The Little Prince, or The Republic? Once again, The Prince, The Art of War, The Little Prince, or The Republic? I just noticed a bug over there and now I'm afraid of it, so that's great. It's like a beetle. Ah! Okay. I don't do well with bugs. It's fine. It's fine, guys. If I just start screaming, assume I'm fine. All right, the answer to that is The Prince. Oh, it's getting closer. The Prince. Critics have called... Sorry, it fell. Okay, critics have called The Prince Machiavellian. So there you go. Whew, that's a beetle. Okay, moving on. Here we go. All right, I might need to know how to say the person who's in 4th. So if you're in the chat, Please feel free to let me know your names. John Gotti proclaiming that what is essential is invisible to the eye is such a delightful image. Oh, that is. It is so going to get me. I don't currently see it, which is very alarming. I'm terrified. All right, question number 5. A museum to Anne Frank opened on this day in 1960 on the Prinsengracht, adjacent to what European city's canals? Was it Bruges, Gothenburg, Amsterdam, or Venice? Once again, a museum to Anne Frank opened on this day in 1960 on the Prinsengracht, adjacent to what European city's canals? Was it Bruges, Gothenburg, Amsterdam, or Venice? Fun fact, I've been there. And yes, it is very bad. I can't see it. It was like on the corkboard that is on the wall, and then it just dropped, and I don't know if it went into the pen holder or onto the floor or on the desk, and I'm just trying not to think about it. Whew, but you know what helps? Drinking. But I'm not going to put my drink over there because that's terrifying. Okay, the answer is Amsterdam. Stop. My boyfriend who's playing just said, babe, your shoulder. Mean. The answer is Amsterdam. The Anne Frank House is one of the most visited museums in the Netherlands, drawing more than 1 million visitors per year. Now you know. Oh, we've got some shifting going on. Game Show Craig, you're in 5th now. Very exciting. On to question number 6. Oh my stars! Margaret Mitchell won a Pulitzer Prize on this day in 1937 for what epic Civil War novel? Gods and Generals, The Red Badge of Courage, North and South, or Gone with the Wind? Once again, oh my stars! Margaret Mitchell won a Pulitzer Prize on this day in 1937 for what epic Civil War novel? Gods and Generals, The Red Badge of Courage, North and South, or Gone with the Wind? Something I didn't mention earlier is that the answers are randomized. So if you think you're following a pattern of like, oh, the right answer is always the third one, or you're playing with someone else and they're always pressing the first one and you're like, oh, it must be the first one. Wrong. It's randomized for everybody. So if I'm also reading it in a different order than you have it, do not panic. All right. The answer is Gone with the Wind. Gone with the Wind. Mitchell began writing Gone with the Wind in 1926 while recovering from an auto accident. Did not know that. All right. Oop, JMH, you're popping up into the top 7. Very exciting. Thank you for coming back. All right. Question number 7, moving right along. Jacksonville, Florida was struck by the Great Fire of 1901 on this day, the 3rd largest in U.S. history after San Francisco's in 1906, and an 1871 fire, so famous that it's namesake of what city's Major League Soccer team? Once again, Jacksonville, Florida was struck by the Great Fire of 1901 on this day, the 3rd largest in U.S. history, after San Francisco's in 1906, and an 1871 fire so famous that it's the namesake of what city's Major League Soccer team? Is that Houston, New York, Buffalo, or Chicago? Houston, New York, Buffalo, or Chicago? I'm just gonna check the floor real quick because I don't see it. I don't know, man. I really don't know. Might be in the pen holder, which would be great, actually, because then it's kind of trapped. I don't know. Freaking out. Okay, the answer is Chicago. Chicago Fire. There's also Chicago Wildfire, their minor league ultimate disc team. That's clever. Okie dokes. Oop, Triviamatic, you're hopping into 2nd. Very exciting. Moving on to our final question of round 1. History mystery. Nellie Taylor Ross became the first woman director of the United States Mint on this day in 1933. In the 1920s, she'd been the first and so far only woman governor of what state, currently repped in the U.S. House by Liz Cheney? Is it Nevada, Utah, Texas, or Wyoming? Nellie Taylor Ross became the first woman director of the United States Mint on this day in 1933. In the 1920s, she'd been the first and so far only woman governor of what state currently repped in the U.S. House by Liz Cheney? Is it Nevada, Utah, Texas, or Wyoming? You let me know. And is anyone from those states? What states are we repping today? Feel free to hop on the chat and let me know. I'm in New Jersey currently, and I'm sure we've got some Brooklynites with us tonight. But let me know if we got some, other time zones going on. All right, our answer is Wyoming. Woohoo! Nellie Taylor Ross was the first woman elected as the governor of a U.S. state. She directed the U.S. Mint for 2 decades. What a career. That's very exciting. Okay, to finish out our first round, I'll read the top 10. We've got Stritch Prist Skrizkrick. I just got to read it. Stritch Prist Skrizkrick in first. Triviamatic in second. Roth Rents, those are my parents, downstairs. In third. This one I'm not sure. I think it's C6CS Cient6, and then it cuts off, so I'm not quite sure what your name is. But you are in fourth. In fifth, we've got Garrus Varkarian. Sixth, we've got Game Show Craig. Only 4 points behind him is Rita L. I believe I've never seen you, Rita L. I'm very excited for you to be joining us. And JMH in eighth. Another new one, I think, Thornado. You're new, to me at least. You are in ninth. And in 10th, we've got Trivia with No Pants On, with a tie for 11th with Lindy. So let's see how that changes in round 2. Usher. R&B crooners Usher and The Weeknd recently got into a Twitter beef, so answer these questions on the jobs of ushers. Again, this is a multiple choice round, so it will be the same format as the last one. Just pick the right answer. All right, here we go. Question number 1 of round 2. The word usher comes from what language, where it originally meant a servant or guard posted at the entrance of a building? Was that Latin, Greek, Arabic, or Hebrew? The word usher comes from what language, where it originally meant a servant or guard posted at the entrance of a building? Is that Latin, Greek, Arabic, or Hebrew? Does anyone speak any of those languages? That would be kind of cool. I barely speak English, but I also speak intermediate, beginner, rusty Italian. If anyone's looking to practice their Italian, I'm looking for someone to speak to, so feel free to send me a message. All right. The answer to that is Latin. The original word dates back to at least the 10th century, where it meant something closer to doorman. There you go. Oh, Triviamatic, you just popped to first. Congratulations. Very exciting. All right, on to question number 2. Ushers who work on Broadway are represented by the same union as stagehands, commonly known as IATSE. What does the T stand for in IATSE? Is it theatrical, technological, technical, or thespian? Ushers who work on Broadway are represented by the same union as stagehands, commonly known as IATSE, or IATSE. What does the T stand for in IATSE? Is that theatrical, technological, technical, or thespian? Triviamatic in first, it's fixed, lol. Well, today, Triviamatic is being repped by Todd, so it is not the company Triviamatic. He does not make the questions. He is just representing the company today. All right, the answer to that is theatrical. The International Alliance of Theatrical Stage Employees has over 140,000 members around the world, one of which is a good friend of mine. All right. We got some movement in the lower half of the top 10. I see Rita L just scooting into 6th there. Very exciting. Moving on to question number 3. In an NPR interview, Broadway usher Elizabeth Reed, stated that one modern problem ushers face is patrons performing what action, and thus blocking aisles. Once again, in an NPR interview, Broadway usher Elizabeth Reed stated that one modern problem ushers face is patrons performing what action, and thus blocking the aisles. Is it making out, taking selfies, mindfulness yoga, or plugging in phones? Once again, is it making out, taking selfies, mindfulness yoga, or plugging in phones? All of which are very inappropriate in a theater. Also, I don't know if you guys have read my bio coming into this, but I am an actor myself. I am part of the Actors Equity Association, so another union such as IATSE. All right, the answer is taking selfies. Photos are prohibited in most Broadway theaters due to copyright laws, but that does not stop audience goers. All right, look at that, staying strong in those places. Moving on to question number 4, we're halfway there. Recruiter.com lists the average annual salary for a full-time usher in New York State at approximately how much? Is it $55,000, $35,000, $45,000, or $25,000? Recruiter.com lists the average annual salary for a full-time usher in New York State at approximately how much? I'll do them in order. $25,000, $35,000, $45,000, or $55,000. Or in reverse, $55,000, $45,000, $35,000, or $25,000. You tell me a full-time usher in New York. Full-time doorman in Latin. No one told me what they were drinking tonight. I'm kind of upset. I prepared a very cute pink drink for you guys. All right, the answer is $25,000. The average salary for all jobs in New York State is $64,894, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. Wow, so pretty below the average. All right. Oop! Stritchprist Skrizkrick. I did that without looking. Stritchprist Skrizkrick. Oh, I was right! They took first again. Very exciting. Okay. But only by a point, so watch your back. Okay, moving on to question number 5. What star of the 1973 film The Way We Were got an early start in the entertainment industry as an usher just so she could see the shows? Was it Bette Midler, Liza Minnelli, Barbra Streisand, or Julie Andrews? What star of the 1973 film The Way We Were got an early start in the entertainment industry as an usher so she could see the shows? Was it Bette Midler, Liza Minnelli, Barbra Streisand, or Julie Andrews? What a group of gals, you know? Love all of those women. And I still haven't seen the movie The Way We Were. I know, it's crazy. I'm really bad at seeing popular and important movies. My mother is holding it against me. Maybe that's what I'll watch next in quarantine. We shall see. If you have any recommendations, you let me know. All right, that was Barbra Streisand. Billboard named The Way We Were as the #1 pop hit of 1974. The more you know. Triviamatic back in the lead with a 5-point lead. That's exciting. All right, moving into question number 6. In some Christian churches, ushers also may play a role in what sacrament, also known as the Eucharist? In some Christian churches, ushers may also play a role in what sacrament, also known as the Eucharist? Is that funerals, collection baskets, wedding, or communion? Helps if you say the actual things. Is it funerals, collection basket, weddings, or communion? I think what was messing me up was some of them were plural and some of them weren't, you know? Funerals, collection basket, weddings, or communion? I actually know this one. Fun fact, I'm notoriously bad at doing trivia, but I like asking it. It's fun to learn. All right, the answer is communion. The Roman Catholic Church formally recognizes only 7 specific sacraments. The more you know. All right, not much shifting here in the top 10, but we've got about 18 players tonight, so that's exciting. All right, moving on to question number 7. A Feldwebel, aka a field usher, is a military rank in which of these countries? Is it Finland, France, Germany, or Malta? Might be Feldwebel. I think it's Feldwebel. A Feldwebel, aka a field usher, is a military rank in which of those countries? These countries. Or those countries if you're referring to the ones I just read. Is it Finland, France, Germany, or Malta? I've been to 3 of those countries, but not recently. I thought I heard the bug. Did I hear the bug? I did not hear the bug. We're good. Don't worry. I'm not worried. I mean, you're not. I'm not worried. You're worried. Okay. The answer is Germany. According to NATO rankings, a Feldwebel is roughly equivalent to a U.S. Army Staff Sergeant. Sergeant, not sergeant. Staff Sergeant. Okay. Some movement, I think, maybe. I gotta keep a closer eye to see if people are moving around. And our last question for round 2, like fellow musicians Beyonce and Britney Spears, the singer Usher appeared what musical TV show as a child? Appeared on what musical TV show as a child? Was it American Bandstand, Soul Train, Star Search, or The X Factor? Like fellow musicians Beyonce and Britney Spears, the singer Usher appeared on what musical TV show as a child? Was it American Bandstand, Soul Train, Star Search, or The X Factor? No American Idol or The Voice over here. Which, again, fun fact, I auditioned for, both at the age of 15. I obviously did not make it through. They said I was too young. All right. The answer to that is Star Search. Star Search. Like Beyonce and Britney, Usher also lost on the show. So hey, great people can lose on those shows or not even make it, you know? Like, I could be a star. Okay, moving on. Oh, very exciting. Rothrenz just took the lead on that one with 630 points out of nowhere. We've got Triviamatic in second. Stritchprist Strizkrick, you're in third. Garrus Vicarian is in fourth. I'm just going to call you guys 6, is in 5th. Rita L is in 6th. JMH is in 7th. Lindy is in 8th. Thornado is in 9th. Beefaroni and Cheese, you slipped up to 10th. That's exciting. Game Show Craig, you're only 3 points behind them in 11th, so you've got it. Okay, moving on to round 3. The Weeknd. We can't let this feud be one-sided. It's time for The Weeknd to have his say with 8 questions about Saturdays and Sundays, my favorite, since that's when I host Triviamatic. All right, question number 1. This is also a multiple choice round. While many Americans may think Mexico's Independence Day is in May, the actual Declaration of Independence from Spain occurred on a Sunday in what month in 1810? Was it October, April, September, or July? While many Americans may think Mexico's Independence Day is in May, the actual Declaration of Independence from Spain occurred on a Sunday in what month in 1810? Was it October, April, September, or July? July. I don't know this one, so I can't help you out. But this month is May. Last month was April, and next month will be June. So, if all things go to plan. Who knows, you know? Who knows what's going to happen in a month? Maybe they'll change it. All right, the answer is September. Cinco de Mayo is actually a regional holiday that commemorates the Mexican Army's victory over the French Empire at the Battle of Puebla. And it also falls on a Tuesday this year, so it's Taco Tuesday and Cinco de Mayo, so celebrate accordingly. All right, and celebrate accordingly, knowing that it's a regional holiday that commemorates the Mexican Army's victory. Okay. Oh, we've got Stritchprist Skrizkrik just got to third, Triviamatics in fourth, and Garrus Vicarian hopped up to second. Whoa! I'm loving the action. All right, question number 2 of round 3. Now a popular HBO miniseries and inexplicably a tourist attraction, which Ukrainian city was the site of a nuclear disaster on a Saturday in 1986? Was that Odessa, Chernihiv, Kiev, or Chernobyl? Odessa, Chernihiv, Kiev, or Chernobyl? Hopefully I'm saying those right. Sorry if I'm butchering it. Now a popular HBO miniseries and inexplicably a tourist attraction, which Ukrainian city was the site of a nuclear disaster on a Saturday in 1986? I still haven't watched this HBO miniseries. Has anyone here watched it? Would you recommend it? I feel like it would just bring me down a little too much, you know? I need my TV to be, like, light. Although I am watching Killing Eve, and I like that, and that's not exactly light. Okay, the answer is Chernobyl! The accident is one of the only 2 nuclear catastrophes rated at the maximum severity on the International Nuclear Event Scale, the other being the Japan's 2011 Fukushima Daiichi nuclear disaster. And Stritchprist whatever. You're in second again, but tied with Garrus Vicarian. So the tension is just too much right now. So I have to ask another question. Number 3, the Treaty of Ghent, spelled G-H-E-N-T, signed on a Christmas Eve Sunday, ended the War of 1812. The U.S. lost that war to whom? Once again, the Treaty of Ghent, signed on a Christmas Eve Sunday, ended the War of 1812. The U.S. lost that war to whom? Was it France, Netherlands, Spain, or United Kingdom? Stritchprist is a Czech and Slovak tongue twister meaning stick a finger through the throat. Ooh, through the throat? Like this way? Oh, or is it like killing someone? Or is it like down your throat? Is that a saying? Like stick a finger through the throat? Is that a colloquialism? I need to know more. I need answers. All right, the answer to this question is United Kingdom. The United Kingdom estimates say that approximately 15,000 Americans were killed in the War of 1812. And there's also a movie, 1812, that just came out and won a bunch of awards, I think. That looked good. Didn't see it. Okay. The 6th team went to fourth, so that's exciting. It's like Peter Piper picking a peck of pickled peppers. Yes. Yes. But I feel like that's more of a story, whereas sticking a finger through the throat, I mean, that's definitely a story. Someone has a story there. But I need to know more. Where'd it come from? How did this happen? Okay, question number 4. Malcolm X was killed on Sunday, February 19th, 21st. I'm going to start over. I have a vision of a finger in a throat and... Okay. Malcolm X was killed on Sunday, February 21st, 1965, by members of what religious and political movement with which he was affiliated? Was it Church of Christ, Nation of Islam, Black Israelites, or Sunni Muslims? Malcolm X was killed on Sunday, February 21st, 1965, by members of what religious and political movement with which he was affiliated? Was it Church of Christ, Nation of Islam, Black Israelites, or Sunni Muslims? Peter Piper picked a peck of peppers. Of pickled peppers. My favorite tongue twister is blue black bugs bleed blue-black blood, but baby black bugs bleed blue. So blue-black bugs bleed blue-black blood, but baby black bugs bleed blue. All right, the answer to this question is Nation of Islam. The 3 men convicted of his assassination have all since been released on parole. Wow. All right. Roth rents are back in first. Was that a shift? I think it was. And Gears for I honestly don't remember. Yay, people are getting questions right. Okay, question number 5. U2's hit Sunday Bloody Sunday, Sunday Bloody Sunday, is told from the point of view of a witness to a 1972 massacre in what UK country? Was it Ireland, England, Wales, or Scotland? U2's hit Sunday Bloody Sunday is told from the point of view of a witness to a 1972 massacre in what UK country? Ireland, England, Wales, or Scotland? Sunday, Bloody Sunday. I don't know where I'm snapping because that's not on the beat. Woof. Cocktails. With pronunciation. What's with pronunciation? The Stritch Prist Skrizkrick? Stritch Prist Skrizkrick. All right, the answer to that question is Ireland. Sunday Bloody Sunday was ranked 272 by Rolling Stones on their list of the 500 greatest songs of all time. Not too bad, about in the middle. I'll take it. Okay, moving on to question number 6. The U.S. has 5 federal service academies. West Point, the oldest, opened its doors on Sunday, July 4th, 1802, under the leadership of what president? Was it Alexander Hamilton, George Washington, John Adams, or Thomas Jefferson? The U.S. has 5 federal service academies. West Point, the oldest, opened its doors on Sunday, July 4th, 1802, under the leadership of what president? Was it Alexander Hamilton, George Washington, John Adams, or Thomas Jefferson? Makes me want to sing Hamilton now, you know what I mean? What a show. Has anyone seen Hamilton here? We saw the last preview in New York in the last row. And then I saw the tour in Indianapolis with my boyfriend to see my friend who was in the ensemble. The answer is Thomas Jefferson. West Point was identified by General George Washington as the most important strategic position in the country during the American Revolution. I was gonna go into singing Hamilton and then I was like, Kim, just stop. Just stay on track. Okay. Moving on to question number 7 of round 3. Easter Island got its name because it was discovered by a Dutch explorer on Easter Sunday, 1722. What country administers the island now? Is it Chile, United Kingdom, Argentina, or United States? Easter Island got its name because it was discovered by a Dutch explorer on Easter Sunday in 1722. 1972. What country administers the island now? Is it Chile, United Kingdom, Argentina, or United States? If they only discovered Easter Island in 1972, that is pretty impressive. Or sad. Is it impressive or not impressive? I don't know. When do you think the most recent island was discovered? I wonder. All right. It's administered by Chile. Easter Island is famous for its iconic tall human statues, or moai, representing the ancestors of the early Rapa Nui people. The more you know. Oh, Stritch Prist Skrizkrick just went to second place. I love a good shift. And our last question of round 3. Abraham Lincoln was shot on Saturday, April 15th, 1863, while attending what type of event? Was it a parade, a play, a movie, or a baseball game? Abraham Lincoln was shot on Saturday, April 15th, 1863 while attending what type of event? Was it parade, play, movie, or baseball game? Luckily, right now, you can't go to any of those things, so your likelihood of getting shot at one of them is pretty low. So, silver lining? We like to stay positive here, you know? Cheers. Alrighty. Letting that counter kick down. Kick down. Tick down. The answer was a play. Lincoln succumbed to his injuries 9 hours after he was shot. That's a pretty long time. That's rough. 9 hours. Whew. All right, finishing round 3, we've got Rothrenson first at 991. Almost to 1,000. You're so close. Stritchprist Skrizkrick, you are in second. Garrus Varkarian, I keep wanting to say Varkarian. Vakarian, you're in third. In fourth is 6 with 917. Fifth is Triviamatic. 6th is Rita L. Lindy is in 7th. JMH is in 8th. Game Show Craig is in 9th. And Trivia with No Pants On is in 10th. Rascally Trash, my boyfriend Jared, is in 11th. Very exciting. But you've got some numbers to get up there, so catch up. Thanks to glacial rebound in 2015, Estonia counted 800 more islands than it previously thought it had. Wow, I suspect that'll keep happening in that region for a little while. 2015, that was only 5 years ago, and 800 islands. That is quite a few. Whoa, all right. Thank you for the additional trivia. I really do appreciate it, Otterlet. Okay, round 4 is a little different than our normal round, so pay attention while I explain. So if you haven't been here before, first of all, welcome, thank you. Please come again. But here's how this works. If you have been here, take a load off. Just, relax, but also pay attention because you might have forgotten or didn't understand. So this round is a little different. Instead of asking questions, we'll give you a category, and you must select 3 items on the list that fit the category. So you'll receive full points for 3 correct answers, half points for 2 correct answers, and no points for 1 correct answer. As long as you pick 3, you'll always get 1 correct, because math is great. So what 3 things belong in the following sets? Out of these categories that I give you and the lists that I give you, pick 3 that belong in the sets. So here we go, round 4. Let's go. We have movies directed by Steven Spielberg. Jaws, Howard the Duck, Stand By Me, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Which ones are directed by Steven Spielberg? Jaws, Howard the Duck, Stand By Me, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and Close Encounters of the Third Kind. For some reason, when I read Stand By Me, I saw Take On Me's music video in my head. It's not the same thing, and I don't think that's directed by Steven Spielberg, but it might as well have been, because that was good stuff. All right. Tick, 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 tick. I wonder how long this timer is. I've never timed it. I'd imagine like 10 seconds? It's probably longer. I don't know. The answer is Jaws, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Howard the Duck, which was nominated for 7 Razzies and won 4, was directed by Willard Huyck? Huyck? I'm just going to pretend I know what that is. Oh, right. Oop! Skrizkrick just hopped into first, but our top 3 are all above 1,000 points, so that is very exciting. Here we go on to question 2. Products pitched on Shark Tank. What a show. OxyClean, Bombas Socks, Scrub Daddy Sponges, Squatty Potty, and Casper Mattresses. Which 3 have been products pitched on Shark Tank? We've got OxyClean, Bombas Socks, Scrub Daddy Sponges, Squatty Potty, and Casper Mattresses. Shark Tank is a great show, by the way. I love it. We used to watch it in my financial literacy class in school, so that's questionable. But hey, I did learn something about, marketing and stuff, which is not financial literacy, but you can't win them all. All right. The answers to that are Scrub Daddy Sponges, Bomba Socks, and Squatty Potty. I love the picture of the hammerhead shark. That's nice. In 2013, Ring CEO Jamie Siminoff pitched his video doorbell idea. Oh, video doorbell, like the rings. I get it. I'm going to start over. In 2013, Ring CEO Jamie Siminoff pitched his video doorbell idea, but the sharks passed. 5 years later, Amazon bought the company for over $1 billion. Come on, sharks. Also, if you watched Eliza Schlesinger, she's a comedian. She does a great bit about Shark Tank, where she's like, "Hi, sharks." You gotta watch it. Okay, look at these scores. Okay, moving on to question 3. 20th century art movements. We've got Futurism, Rococo, Cubism, Neoclassicism, and Abstract Expressionism. Which of those 3 are 20th century art movements? Futurism, Rococo, Cubism, Neoclassicism, and Abstract Expressionism. I took an art appreciation class when I studied abroad in London. They did not teach me this. But we did, it's not one of the answers. We did focus on Impressionism for a little while, so that I know that one. And Realism, which isn't the answer either, so that's good. All right, the answer is Cubism, Futurism, and Abstract Expressionism. Picasso is most closely associated with Cubism, but he actually worked in many more styles, including Surrealism and Neoclassicism. There you go. Wait, Neoclassicism. Oh, I guess it must have not been 20th century. That's why. I was like, but that is a... We've got it. Nailed on the nose. Okay. Oh, we like this one. Ready? Rodgers and Hammerstein musicals. Oklahoma, Sound of Music, Bye Bye Birdie, The King and I, and West Side Story. Ooh! I got so excited I choked on my own spit. All right. Rodgers and Hammerstein musicals, Oklahoma, The Sound of Music, Bye Bye Birdie, The King and I, and West Side Story. Which ones of those were written by Rodgers and Hammerstein? You let me know. More of a Sondheim fan, to be fair, but you know, we love the classics. Good old golden age, you know. I'd do an excerpt from each of these musicals, but I think it would take too long. All right. Instead, I'll just tell you which ones the answers are. We've got Oklahoma, The King and I, and Sound of Music. Richard Rodgers was the first person to win the EGOT. I didn't know that. Huh. Richard Rodgers, first person to EGOT. Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and a Tony. I wonder for which of his projects for each one. I did not swallow the bug. The bug is a beetle, like this, that big maybe? I don't know. It's long. I don't know where it is. Okay, question number 5. Typographical symbols. We've got, these are hard to explain. Lexem, Palanquin, Pilcrow, Interrobang, and ampersand. I know that one. Ampersand, Lexem, Palanquin, Pilcrow, Interrobang, and ampersand. Whoa, man, those are rough. Typographical symbols. I've never even heard half of these words. More than half. Honestly, the first 4 I haven't heard in my life. Until now, and now we're learning. Very exciting. Okay. Pilcrow, ampersand, and interrobang. Interrobang? No, that doesn't sound right. In the early 19th century, ampersand was printed in school books as the 27th letter in the alphabet, right after Z. Interesting. I wonder if they changed the alphabet song, too. Y, N, Z. Now I know my ABCs next time, won't you? Sing ampersand, dance with me. She's a songwriter, ladies and gents, available for hire. All right. Ooh, that was a tough one for a lot. We got a lot of partial credit on that one. I understand. I've never heard of those things. Now I have to look them up, though. I have to look up a pilcrow and an interrobang. Okay, question number 6. We're almost there, guys. Kinds of plaid. We've got chevron, toily, toile, tulle, tartan, houndstooth, and gingham. Y'all, I wish I was better at pronouncing things. Chevron, toile, toily, tartan, houndstooth, gingham. Toile. Toily? I really don't know. I've never heard that word. But I'm guessing it's a pattern of some sort. Possibly a kind of plaid. Who knows? I do. And now you will. Gingham, houndstooth, and tartan are types of plaid. In 2015, the blue gingham dress worn by Judy Garland in The Wizard of Oz sold for $1.56 million at auction. Whoo! You could buy a very nice house for that much instead, but you got a dress. Okay. Oh, we got some shifting. I think 6 just hopped to 3rd. An interrobang, combination exclamation point and question marks. Oh, thank you. And toilet. Yes, I think it was toilet without the T. Toilet. Toilet. Thank you, Otterlet. You were very... Oh, so the pilcrow was like the paragraph sign. Kinda. Maybe? Is that what that is? How do you use a pilcrow? Oh, I love learning. This is so exciting. This is what trivia is all about, you know? You guys are great. Okay, moving on to question number 7, our penultimate question of round 4 before our bonus question. So, round 4, question number 7. Thank you, Otterlet. Kinds of bread. Ooh, I want bread now. Soufflé, touron, maybe? Focaccia, challah, and brioche. Soufflé, touron, focaccia, challah, and brioche. See, again, if you look at those words, a lot of them are not pronounced the way that they're spelled. Tricky, tricky, tricky. But I know my bread. Kind of. I was going to say that I want one of the ones on the list, but I can't tell you that because then you would know it's bread. But I really want bread. We got bagels the other day and I was like, bagels. Rye bagels are my new favorite. So good. All right. The types of bread are focaccia. That's the one I want. Brioche and challah. Focaccia comes from the Italian word for fireplace or hearth. And I really want it right now. My mouth is watering. Okay. Doesn't look like there's much shifting going on. All right. You guys know your bread. You guys all know your bread. Moving on to question number 8, our final question for round 4, but there is a bonus question, so do not leave. Stay right in your seats. Okay. Companies based in Texas. ExxonMobil, IBM, Trader Joe's, Whole Foods Market, and Dell. Which is in Texas? We've got ExxonMobil, IBM, Trader Joe's, Whole Foods Market, or Dell. I almost read it as deli, and I was like a singular deli? All delis are based out of Texas? But no, it's Dell. ExxonMobil, IBM, Trader Joe's, Whole Foods Market, or Dell. You tell me. By the way, if you like what you're seeing today, I have my own trivia channel at Kim's Quarantine Quizzes, or you can tune in on Twitch. I do that. Texas 0 is not a thing. It's just Texas ? Thank you for the fixed question there, Todd. Thank you. Okay, the answers are Dell, Whole Foods Market, and ExxonMobil. Whole Foods Market started in Austin in 1978 as Saferway, a natural food store take on Safeway. The more you know. All right, going into the final question, here are your scores. Skrizkrick, I didn't even look. I'm getting better. You're at 1279 in first. Rothrenz, you're only 50 behind them in second. Six, you're in third with 1218. Gareth Vicarian, you're only 10 behind them in fourth. Triviamatic, you're in fifth with 1059. Rita L, you have 990 in sixth. Lindy, you have 966 in seventh. Game Show Craig, you're 925 in eighth. JMH in ninth, you're at 845. 20 behind them is Trivia with No Pants On in 10th. And I'll leave it at that for now. Here we go with the final question of the evening. As always, it is our answer fast question. So, this is the final question of the night. It consists of 5 clues that get progressively easier. So the faster you answer it, the more points you get. But guess carefully, because once you've typed in and submitted your answer, you're locked into whatever you wrote. So, you're locked into those points that are left. You're locked into whatever you wrote. If it's wrong, you get no points. If you answer correct, you get the points that are left at that timer. So make sure that speed counts, but spelling counts too. A few notes. Make sure that Todd is on it. Make sure that your spelling counts. So make sure that you're being careful with your typos and just spelling in general. It is not case sensitive, and please do not put a space before or after your answer. Again, we're in beta testing right now, but we've noticed that these things cause the app to not recognize your answer. So make sure that you are spelling correctly, not case sensitive, not putting a space before or after your word or name or whatever it is. And that's that. Speed counts, but so does accuracy. So let's go. 5 clues, 1 answer. Same answer for the whole thing. So, answer when you're ready. Are you ready for this question? Because I'm gonna go anyway. So here we go. Question is, what am I? Hint number 1. I was invented by a Minnesota company in 1937 and got really popular after World War II. George Burns and Gracie Allen helped popularize me when I sponsored their radio show. Once again, I was invented by a Minnesota company in 1937 and got really popular after World War II. George Burns and Gracie Allen helped popularize me when I was sponsored on their radio show. Alright, hint number 2 coming your way. Hint number 2, in Sophie's Choice, Stingo brings a case of me into his bedroom. Weird Al used my name to parody the biggest hit song from R.E.M's Green album. Once again, in Sophie's Choice, Stingo brings a case of me into his bedroom. Weird Al used my name to parody the biggest hit song from R.E.M's Green album. What am I? Remember that these are all the same thing. Hint 3. Many believe my name is a portmanteau word. A small circle of current and former hormel executives know that what my name means, and they're not telling. Once again, many believe my name is a portmanteau word. A small circle of current and former Hormel executives know what my name means, and they're not telling. What am I? What am I? And hint number 4 coming your way. I'm an ingredient in the Puerto Rican sandwich de mezcla. I'm sometimes called the Hawaiian steak, and I'm served in Burger King and McDonald's there. What am I? I'm an ingredient in the Puerto Rican sandwich de mezcla. I'm sometimes called the Hawaiian steak, and I'm served in Burger King and McDonald's there. What am I? And our last hint for the final question, what am I? Hint 5, my name appears at least 132 times in a famous Monty Python sketch. This contributed directly to my becoming synonymous with unwanted emails. Once again, my name appears at least 132 times in a famous Monty Python sketch. This contributed directly to my becoming synonymous with unwanted emails. what am I? If you have not answered yet, I'll give you a few seconds in order to do so. All of those hints were for the same answers, so get your answers in, and we shall go forward telling you what it is. Okay, the answer is Spam! There's a museum and restaurant devoted to Spam in Austin, Minnesota. Not Austin, Texas, that we mentioned before. Austin, Minnesota. So with that, we have your final scores for the night. I'll start at the bottom. Lick Spittle Filibuster is in 20th. Chinesky's in 19th. Obuana in 18th. Doozy Snickersnee in 17th. Thornado in 16th. Flummox McGwup in 15th. Nicole, though, in 14th. Dave's Not Here in 13th. Rascally Trash in 12th. Beefaroni and Cheese in 11th. Trivia with No Pants On in 10th, JMH in 9th, Rita L in 8th, Game Show Craig in 7th, Lindy in 6th, Triviamatic in 5th, Rothman's in 4th, Garrus Vicarian in 3rd, 6th in 2nd, and Stritch Prist Skriz Crick, you have won tonight. Thank you for coming in and joining us again. For all of you, we are here every night at 8 p.m., same rules, same process every night. Join us tomorrow night, and Ethan will be hosting. If you like what you saw tonight, feel free to donate to my Venmo, which I've added here. I am a starving artist, basically, so feel free to donate what you would just pay for a drink in a bar, since, you know, we're replacing your pub quiz, as it were. Please subscribe to the trivia channel here, Triviamatic, and if you'd like to give me a follow on Twitch, I do my own stream on Thursdays at 8, as well as we just started Sundays at noon. So if you want some trivia during the day, feel free to join me there. Tell all of your friends, and have a good night. Thank you all for playing. It was so fun to be with you. See you on Saturday. Bye.